welcome to Tipsy Tooth Talk. I'm Dr. Carlin Palmer Blume.
And I'm Dr. Michelle Bishop, and I call it Teeth Cubed because I can't say it.
And this is our friend Jaime from our favorite restaurant, Aldo's, right down the street. He is our favorite bartender at our favorite place. It's a lovely Italian restaurant here in San Antonio called Aldo's Ristorante. So please check it out if you're ever in town. And he's going to teach us how to make a drink that they call the Janice at Aldo's.
The Janice Martini.
Janice Martini.
Yes.
And you said that's after a client?
For a good customer that comes there often. Yeah.
And I don't have my own drink yet. What?
We're gonna find one. Of course. We will.
We need one. Because this restaurant is so close that literally, because we live on the same street, we could both walk to it, but we don't. So thanks for always putting up with us when we just kind of stroll in unannounced,
No
like
problem.
we did last night.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Very late.
Yeah.
So
They were like, oh, Lord.
oh, great. We were getting ready to lock the door, but here they come.
Especially when Aldo was like, have a seat.
Shout out to Aldo.
All right, so let's make the Janice. What do you need?
Okay, this is mainly tequila drink. And one time I made it for her. I didn't know, I didn't have any recipe for this. So I just made it from my mind. I used basil, lime, and agave syrup. And it's amazing how basil gives a lot of flavor to the tequila for the martini.
Okay.
Awesome.
So what you do, you get your basil. You're gonna have to muddle it with the lime. Don't be afraid of
That's a
using
lot of basil.
as much. It won't hurt the drink.
No?
It helps, especially if you're making
So,
few. So you use about half a lime for one martini, and then we have to work here to muddle the.
see, I think when I make a drink like that, I never muddle it enough. I'm always afraid of like overdoing it or bruising. Can you like mess that up?
No, I don't think so. No,
Okay. So just get in there and get after it.
I do it very hard here. So I think the more you do it, the better.
Well, it's already smelling so good.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could
All
smell
the
this.
soy is coming out from
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll be before we have smells on videos?
Oh, what an interesting concept. Well, I mean, they already have like smell rides and stuff at Disney, so
Yeah, but
Okay.
it doesn't come out of the...
yeah.
So we got the basil, the lime muddle. So we're gonna add the tequila.
Tequila.
We're
And he
using-
told me not to
Okay.
use my fancy Dos Artes tequila.
No,
right?
not
Oh, that stuff was so good. Y'all go back and watch Tequila and
Toothpaste.
I couldn't even remember because I'm still focused on the tequila. It was so good.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, well, it's 3 drinks.
It's 2 drinks,
It's
yes.
3 drinks.
I know. Okay. 3 martinis.
3 martinis.
Remember, we were at the Fashion Awards last night.
Oh,
And we go. Oops.
we're good.
Gonna try this. So you're gonna shake it very well.
Shake it.
Shake it.
Again.
Shake it.
Yeah. Sorry.
We learned not to talk during shaking.
Yes, because they can't hear us, so we just stop talking. Not that we like to do that little shaky dance.
Go.
I'm sure it doesn't look good.
Now we're gonna strain into the martini glass.
It smells so good. Here.
Looking good. It's okay because these are actually oversized martini glasses because, you know,
Yeah, they're kind of.
that's me.
Yeah.
They're kind of big, right?
They're a little
Large.
large.
That's okay.
Alright.
Very
That's
nice
okay.
looking.
Yes.
All right.
Let's give this a whirl. Little lime garnish.
Look at how beautiful they look.
Cheers to beautiful smiles.
Cheers to beautiful smiles.
Alright. It smells so good. Really, that, you know, like smell-o-vision would be a great. But like, would it be smell-o-vision for everything? Like, if you had a smell-o-vision TV, would every show be smelled? Because like, I don't want to smell like the football games or things like that, or the sweaty news reporter on the side of the road. I just want it for like Food Network and stuff like that.
Yeah. And see, we've come up with an idea and a name.
Yeah, smell-o-vision.
So that's ours. We will claim that intellectual property.
Smell-o-vision. Coming soon to a TV near you. That's so good.
It is good. It is good.
Okay, I'm gonna order that next time, but we need drinks named after us.
Yes, we are.
Soon. We'll work on that. We'll get back to you.
Oh yeah.
When
I know it'll come back.
When I lived in San Diego, I had a Carlini. It was a this place downtown had a Carlini, and it was a grapefruit martini. Really good. Okay, so we digress. All right,
Oh yes, teeth.
we're going to talk about crowns on baby teeth. You see a lot of kids with what a lot of people will call caps on baby teeth, or crowns. Traditionally, they've been silver, and I still place silver ones every day of my life. They are, even though they're silver, they're what we call the gold standard,
Yes.
which is, you know, the criteria by which everything else has to meet to be considered successful. It's the tried and true, right? The gold standard. So, you know, a lot of people hear that their kiddo is going to get a crown on their baby tooth, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of unnerving, right?
Right.
Y'all are familiar with crowns on baby teeth, right?
Yes.
So, so nobody likes to hear it, and we put crowns on baby teeth more frequently than we put crowns on permanent teeth. Permanent teeth just hold fillings better than baby teeth do,
Yes.
for a number of reasons. And somebody who's a dentist that might be watching this because you're my friend or something like that. I'm not going to get super scientific. I'm talking to the way I talk to my patients. But there's a number of reasons, and let's get easy on it. Kids put junk in their mouths that they shouldn't put in their mouths. They bite down on stuff. They tend to grind more, and your baby teeth are more malleable to grinding, in the sense that, you know, like you have water over rocks that wear the rocks over time. Baby teeth really do wear a lot faster than permanent teeth. So yes, adults grind and they crack their teeth and they do all the things, and we'll talk about that at some point. But baby teeth, you'll notice, get super flat and fast. They do it fast. And so when you try to put a filling into that, it's gonna break. A three-year-old that needs fillings that go between their teeth, that filling is not still going to be in good shape when they lose that tooth naturally. And depending on where that is in the mouth, you start losing teeth around the age of 5, and you keep losing teeth until around the age of 12. So I have 2- and 3-year-old patients with cavities and molars that they're going to have till they're 12. And unless it's a little pinpoint, I'm going to put a crown on it, because I don't want to put this child through this procedure again when I have something that 9 times out of 10 is going to make it all the way until they lose the tooth.
Right.
And there's not that many products out there that will do that, but crowns will do it. And I place hundreds of crowns a week, well, maybe a month, hundreds a month, and re-cement, meaning you bring me one in your hand and I have to glue it back on once or twice a month, maybe not that often.
Yeah.
In fact, I was trying to remember the other day, because I was talking to a parent. I don't remember re-cementing a lost crown in September.
I don't know that I've ever seen a patient, you know, after they've been seeing a pediatric dentist, I don't know that I've ever seen a patient need to have a stainless steel crown re-cemented.
Yeah.
I've never seen one come off unless like the patient lost the tooth.
Yeah, no, they do periodically. I mean, just think of all the things kids bite on, and you know, and they almost
sticky
always
stuff.
come out with a Jolly Rancher or a Starburst.
Yes. All that sticky candy.
So, so we now have some more options than just plain silver. Plain silver, let's see. Maybe you can
Get a
see.
little closer.
I don't know if that's in focus or not, because I can't see the back side, but we have the all white crowns here and here. And we have the ones that are white on the front and silver on the back here. And then we have them all silver here. Hopefully that showed up. But the silver ones are the fastest and the easiest and the most reliable as far as in our hands, because we've been doing them forever and ever and ever. The ones for front teeth, the ones that are white on the front and silver on the back, are great. They do really, really well. A lot of people I'll hear say that they chip a lot. I don't have that experience, but I mean, I have a few that have chipped, but really not very many. Not even every year do I have one that's chipped. But I will say it's really important to look at the bite, because somebody that has an underbite and they're hitting the front of this, they are going to chip it off. So before I had these all white ones, if you had an underbite, you were probably going to have to get silver. But now we have these that are called zirconium, and they're all white, and they're, they do zirconium crowns on adult teeth.
Yes.
The difference between baby teeth and adult teeth is if you were to go to Dr. Bishop and get a crown, she's going to prepare your tooth and make an impression, whether that be with goop or digital, and send it to a lab, or if she, some offices have the little things that make it in-house, but it's a multi-step process. Right. With a kid, we're not going to, we use sedation and stuff like that, and we don't want to give them drugs any more than we have to. So it's a one and done appointment. So we prepare the tooth, and then we have boxes of crowns with all the sizes in them, and you find the one that fits the best, and you make little adjustments, and you glue it on. So it's faster. It is one procedure. So if you, the grown-up, have had a crown in your mouth and you're like, I'm not putting my kid through that same process. Yeah, you're not. It's different. It's fast. It's easy. I can do one of these silver crowns in a couple of minutes.
Wow.
So now the white ones, just like anything that you're getting into cosmetics, they are considerably more challenging. We have to manage the gums a little bit more. Gums always bleed when we do work that goes below the gums. They always do. And that has to be managed differently with white ones, because it'll get up under the crown and show through. Yeah. So there are extra steps. So with that comes extra time. And so we only do these on very cooperative patients or patients who are asleep. So that way we can give you a good result. Or a great result. I will tell you that every time I recommend or somebody asks me to do these, I think about, wow, this is going to be a challenge. And in my head, I'm kind of like, oh man, this is kind of hard. But every time I do them at the end of the appointment, I'm like, wow, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. And they don't collect as much plaque. Nice. So when we plaque disclose, the pink stuff that you get on your teeth when you get your teeth cleaned.
Or that toothpaste from the last time.
Yeah, the plaque HD. These will not have, they won't stain, so they also hold a lot less plaque.
There's so many options now, because even up until a few years ago, I feel like the only option was stainless steel crowns, the little silver crowns. So, So when we tell somebody they're going to get a crown on their tooth, we show them these little models and say, this is what your choices look like, this is what they cost, but most importantly is knowing why we're doing them, because it seems so many people feel like they're getting overtreated, and they'll pediatric dentist shop to try to find the one that says that they will do fillings. And I used to be talked into changing my mind more than I am now, because if I do it to please mom and dad, and I get talked into doing something that I know isn't the right thing, and they say, but it's okay. I know I'm accepting that, the filling might break, but I really don't want a crown, and I go ahead and cave. I still look like the failure when the filling breaks. That conversation doesn't necessarily get remembered. Right. So I don't want to put your kid through another procedure. I want this to last. I want it to be a quality event. Right. And I don't want to feel like I failed, and I don't want you to feel like I failed. And so crowns are what we're going to recommend the bulk of the time on a kid that has multiple cavities that touch multiple sides of the tooth. Right. And I try to, so when I do see kids at my office, because we see a fair amount, if they just need a cleaning, or we're just seeing them for their routine exam. But when I find decay, they get referred to Dr. Blume. And what I try to let the parents know, is, listen, here's, and I show them on the x-ray, here's where the cavities are. These teeth are probably going to need crowns, so don't be surprised when Dr. Blume tells you that. To try and kind of prep them and let them know, hey, this is probably what's coming. And I have had patients say, well, I just feel like, they'll come to me from other offices. Oh, I took my child here and they said they need all these crowns. I just feel like they're trying to make money. No, they're trying to prevent your child from having to go through more procedures later on in life and skip your frustration that you're having to have your kid have this stuff redone again. It's widely taught and published and proven that crowns on baby teeth are the gold standard. So,
Yep. And the baby teeth enamel is thinner as well.
yes,
It's a lot thinner, and that I meant to mention that before. It's a lot thinner, and so a lot of our bonding agents bond to the enamel, and that's why they work so much better on permanent teeth. And the layer under enamel is dentin and it's softer. You wouldn't see it flexing, but microscopically it flexes. So it's like putting something on a base that you only glue to the rim, and then the part under it is moving.
Yep.
And that's the other part of why they break. That's the main part of why the fillings break so much that I didn't mention. So yes, that's why we do crowns. That's one of the most common questions I get in my office, and I have that handy dandy little model. So we thought we would show you.
yes, good. Talk to your dentist about it if your child needs some crowns. Don't be afraid of them. It's a good thing. Well, thanks for coming, Jaime.
You're welcome.
We
Thank
love
you for
having
inviting
you.
me.
Drink.
Thank
As a
you.
guest again,
Thank you.
Yes.
our first and our second guest.
Yeah. Double Joe. All right. Well, cheers to beautiful smiles.
Get the
Thanks,
smiles.
y'all. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.